Casino del Sol Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Arizona Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Wildcats head coach pregame. This is where they were expecting to be. They know they had to bring in a lot of people in the transfer portal. That's what we're seeing more and more in college football. But the question for them, how quickly can they gel? This running back has proven that he can be productive, but now he's got to do it with a new offensive line, new teammates, and find how to trust them quickly and play as a unit. I'll keep you posted on how they get off to a quick start here in the first half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Handoff for Frazier. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. In the backfield, it's Edwards. Great move. Now he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Moving to his left. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Gives it. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to get the corner. Quarterback keep. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Sends it back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava swings it out to his running back. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Iamaleava. Look out! Got his man on the outside. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On first and goal, let's see what Arizona does. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Left side is Edwards. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Breaks the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the air, it's Baker. Makes the grab, it's Brown. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Dogs in the hurry-up.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead.
A lot of room to the right. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Direct snap. It's Phillips. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick down here on the goal-to-go situation. They break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
Looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, on the sideline, got it in the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the return, it's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Arizona offense coming onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. There he goes! Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Imaliava. On the move. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
3rd and long coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Saying in the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To give, running right, it's Frazier. At the 35, he's loose. Turning it on. To the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Iamaleava. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's a give to Frazier. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run, and you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air, it's Baker. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. It's a seam wide open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Now the toss. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Wildcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give, running right, it's Frazier. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Wildcats want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Snagged in the middle, it's Edwards.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They want to throw it. Out wide left, it's Edwards. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, Iamaleava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. A 3-yard gain there, it'll be 3rd and 7.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Iamaleava to the air again. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the 1st half. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Iamaleava. Rush right in his face. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Arizona! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Sells to run, looking to pass. Buying time to his right. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Got it down the field. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Hurricanes in front right now as they look to get back over 500.
Got him with a wound. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Georgia. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. first down, he'll keep it. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
He's past the marker. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. On first down, Nate Frazier. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Frazier. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll go to the sneak. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. And the defense gets home with the pressure and knock him down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. The Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. 3rd touchdown of the game, a 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. From deep, it's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Arizona in a hurry. Running inside. It's Edwards. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Iamaleava. In traffic, it's Spivey. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Arizona comes out with another first down. And send the tight end in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Second and long here. Iamaleava. They're all over it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Sends it downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big fourth period waiting. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on second and short. Handoff for Frazier. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On first down, Nate Frazier. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here's a give to Frazier. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. The give, running right, it's Frazier. Got the first down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Bulldogs will snap it on first and 10. Trying to run, it's Temple. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff, Frazier running left. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short and it's fourth down. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And that will to extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Catch in the middle, it's Butler. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Right side, it's Butler. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Throwing, Imaliava. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
And the Wildcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Again, it's Imaliava. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Imaliava escapes the pressure going right. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Imaliava to the air again. Makes the grab. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Zips it out to his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Fires into the end zone, and he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Deep in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Left side is Butler. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Bought a little time, lets it go. Between the hashes, it's Butler.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. On target over the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Throwing, Iamaleava. Out wide right, it's Hawkins. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. There he goes. The 30, the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Iamaleava. Here's a throw downfield late. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously, the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
Long way to go on second down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Right side, it's Jordan. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Here's Iamaleava to throw. He wants a big play here late. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Throwing, Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Hawkins.